Eric Peterson with ArboRisk here. Today's weekly business tip was written by one of our Thrive consultants, Kevin Martledge. And he asked a really pointed question. What if everything that you knew about culture was wrong? Now, if you've been following us for a while, you know that Kevin Martledge is our business consultant for our Thrive team that helps companies with their business planning, with their strategy sessions, but also with their company culture, which really comes down to the core of every function of your business. The article explains how throughout, running your organization, you may or may not be developing the culture that you think. Really, the first question that he asks is what the title is. What if everything you knew about culture is wrong? And ideally, what he's trying to get at there is, do you truly know that you're creating the culture that you want intentionally? And he also makes a very good point in the fact that what is good for your company and your culture and what you want your team to look and do and feel and say and act may be totally different than the tree care company across the street or down the road from you or one across the country. The whole key here is to make sure that your culture aligns with your leadership style and that the communication that you're doing reinforces all of that. Kevin is going to get into other articles in the future here about misalignment and communication. He likes to term it mischief. We'll talk about that next week's tip. But during this article, he really talks about the misalignment when your employees hear one thing or understand one thing from the words that you're saying as the leader. And when there is that misalignment, it really makes it difficult to create the culture that you're striving for within your company. So really read through the article. There are a lot of tips and questions that he has in the article that you should answer honestly. And that will help you start to build the culture that you actually intend and want. Because remember, if you don't intentionally create your culture, you will have a culture and it will be created for you by your employees, by your customers. So it's very important why we spend all the month of July talking about culture is so that you can intentionally build it. So if you have other questions or want to work on a culture assessment directly with your company, please reach out to an ArboRisk team member. We'll get you connected with Kevin and his team so that you guys can start building that culture that you intend for your company. Thanks again. Be safe. Bye-bye.